Wake Forest University students gathered tonight to watch the debate. They gathered with faculty to watch Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton at the Pro Humanitate Institute on Reynolda Road. Watching alongside those students was Dr. Alan Loudon. He's chair of Wake Forest University's communications department. He's worked on political campaigns as a consultant, also a debate coach. And Dr. Loudon, thank you for joining us. I know you well enough not to ask you who won tonight's debate, but your first impressions after that event, any winning moments or any slip-ups from either candidate?
Well, surprisingly, I expected, since this was a caged match or a death match celebrity, that we would have more moments. And there really are not very many takeaway moments from this debate. It was marginally polite for a while, then it was talk over each other, interruption time. And it really was a debate more about decorum and response than it was in terms of anything fresh. The candidates stuck to what they had been saying all along. This was kind of imported the stump speeches and imported the lines they've used before that worked in speeches. And so I was sort of surprised. If you watch a lot of this stuff, there wasn't very much new here. That may not be true for most voters, though many voters that was the first time they heard these things and may have worked.
And Dr. Loudon, you were watching that with Wake Forest students tonight. So what was their reaction to the debate? Did you notice anything that either candidate said that got their attention that really resonated with those young voters?
Well, they hooted and hollered a few times on some of the lines. I think they got a little worried when Trump actually did okay on the economy and he was saying, I'm going to win Ohio, in effect, voters that Hillary got in 2008. Yes, there was a moment. It's when they started talking about race. The room went silent. People didn't know how to respond and didn't know what to do. On the race question, they really took pretty much the same position. They sounded like they were disagreeing, but there really wasn't much disagreement. The only thing that happened there that probably turned some heads in terms of North Carolina voters, at least certain segments, was Trump's inability to extend his answer on the birther issue and to explain it. He just started calling names. I thought both of them had a lot of, they were there, they were doing the right thing. The reaction shots were pretty decent. We have a much higher tolerance for Trump to say something outrageous, but Hillary held her own in terms of reactions. The last 15 minutes, I thought, was the story of the debate, and that's because she kept her composure and he started lashing out with a lot of one-liners from his stump speech. He seemed to lose composure as he wanted to nail every political issue in the last 5 minutes, which is usually her trying to cover too much ground. Both of them were predictable. They were what they normally do. And as a debate, it was not one of the outstanding ones.
Thank you, Dr. Loudon. Thanks for your insights. Thanks for joining us tonight and making time. Appreciate it.